Norman Osborn, better known as the Marvel's Green Goblin, and Adrian Toomes, better known as the Vulture, are two of the most popular Spider-Man villains. Who would win in a fight between these two villains? Keep reading to find out. Although powerful, the Vulture is not a match for the Green Goblin. The Green Goblin is more powerful. He has a more diverse set of powers and abilities, whereas the Vulture is just a man, a brilliant man, but still just a man, in a fancy suit and cannot even come close to Norman Osborn. Now that you have the short version of the answer, we are going to compare the Green Goblin and the Vulture in more detail. Through several categories, you are going to see exactly who the stronger of the two is and why our answer is like it is.
Before we move on, this is your host Shah and you are watching Comicverse Unleashed, where I post all kinds of comic videos and charts daily, so you definitely gotta subscribe.
Powers. It was recently revealed that, due to his prolonged use of the harness, the Vulture can levitate or float his body even without the harness, however at a very slow speed. Like his other skills, this skill is also likely to wear off with time away from the harness. With the use of its magnetic technology, Toomes can equip itself with super strength, being able to easily lift a water tank. Osborn can easily overwhelm humans by lifting them with one hand or throwing them into the air. He can also lift extremely heavy objects, crush and break through wooden panels and shapes, bend metal and pierce glass without hurting himself. As shown on many occasions, Osborn could match Spider-Man even before bonding with the Carnage symbiote. Goblin can run and move at speeds beyond the physical limits of the best of human athletes. Goblin musculature produces less lactic acid than humans. Although his vigor depends on whether he has fed or not, Goblin can exert himself to the maximum for several hours before the accumulation of fatiguing toxins in his blood begins to debilitate him. Although the Vulture has gotten stronger over the years, his powers are severely limited when compared to the Green Goblins. Osborn simply has a much wider arsenal and is therefore the winner of this point. Abilities. Toomes is intellectually brilliant in the fields of electronics and mechanical engineering, with a great talent for invention. He holds a master's in electrical engineering. Beyond the physical advantages, the Goblin formula has increased Norman's intelligence, already far above average, making him a true genius, capable of conceiving advances in advanced stages of genetics, robotics, engineering, and applied chemistry that many experts of the industry they can barely understand. When he became the Goblin King, he has been able to conquer 52% of the New York subway without anyone noticing. The same goes for this category. While Toomes is a genius in his own right, he is simply no match for the Green Goblin in this category, physical strength. Augmented by its flying harness, the Vulture's strength is boosted to a certain level of human maximum. He can press approximately 700 pounds. Without his harness, he possesses normal human strength for a man of his age, height, and build who engages in minimal regular exercise. Norman is capable of lifting 9 tons with his own goblin powers. When he wears the Iron Patriot armor, Norman's strength increases to the point that he can lift up to 100 tons. It is absolutely clear that the Green Goblin is more powerful than Vulture in terms of pure physical powers. The comics have illustrated that, and even this short into proves that the Green Goblin is able to lift more. Equipment. Using its harness, the Vulture is able to fly with a natural winged flight limit, 95 miles per hour. The anti-graviton generator attached to his flight suit allows him to take flight by flapping the bird-shaped wings that he carries under his arms. When he wears his electromagnetic harness, the Vulture possesses superhuman strength, vitality, and athletic prowess. The harness increases his physical strength to the human maximum, allowing him to lift approximately 700 pounds. When he removes the harness, his enhanced abilities slowly fade, though the rate at which his abilities fade is unclear. The harness also, according to some sources, increases the life expectancy of him. The Vulture can reach speeds of up to 95 miles per hour and reach a maximum height of 11,000 feet. The Green Goblin costume incorporated chainmail into the tunic, providing greater protection against strong impacts such as punches or kicks inflicted during his battles with Spider-Man. The Green Goblin also created and used various concussive, incendiary and other explosives, most in the form of miniature jack-o'-lantern shaped grenades. The Goblin usually carried them in a shoulder bag, nicknamed his makeup bag. Now, while the Green Goblin might be superior in other aspects, this category goes to the Vulture, simply because his armor has a lot more abilities than the Green Goblin's. Plus, the Green Goblin focuses less on the equipment and more on his other powers. Vulture versus Green Goblin, who would win? This comparison was a fairly easy one, although both the Vulture and Green Goblin are some of Spider-Man's best-known enemies. The Green Goblin is simply on a different level. He has a much more diverse set of skills and powers, including some supernatural abilities, whereas Adrian Toomes is a man in a complex suit, which has its limitations. As the numbers confirm, the Green Goblin is the clear winner here.